Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Oh my gosh, that's so funny because I meant to talk about the Four of Swords in the Capricorn reading and I forgot. And it just showed up here. Okay. Basically, the message for Capricorns was like, make sure you're getting enough rest, spend a lot of time in, quiet reflection and contemplation, which really a good message for all of us, especially with the full moon in Virgo that we have coming up tomorrow. Okay, but this reading is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. These are your February monthly readings. These are mini love messages. So we're using the Cosmic Tarot, and then we'll get a Romance Angel card. Look at that. That Four of Swords keeps showing up here, which that card always speaks to me about like literal rest, taking a break, or, or getting reflection, spending some time, in intentional solitude, perhaps in meditation. So Sag. Lots of reversals coming up in the Capricorn reading, and now your reading too. Could just be, I feel like we're kind of dealing with like a topsy-turvy energy kind of in the air. I feel like a lot of people are a little bit struggling to like find balance, both internally, I feel like, and externally as well. So you have the Ace of Wands here coming up for you first. Your energy, of course, fire energy. I'm feeling a lot of passion off of this card. For a lot of you, I felt this in the Capricorn reading too, but I do feel like this could be related to like work, things you're working on, feeling very fueled, very passionate, maybe just feeling very like high vibe, high energy. Okay. Feels good. You have the Seven of Pentacles coming up next. Okay. Typically for me, this is kind of, sometimes, okay, this can be talking about, sometimes this card for me is the divorce card, okay, so it could be talking about some type of separation, right? So obviously we could be talking about two people, or it could even be talking about, transitions happening around work, okay? So maybe for some of you, it's like you left a job, but you're doing something new, okay? For others of you, it could be talking about just sort of having experienced kind of financial ups and downs. I do feel like there's a little bit of, the Seven of Pentacles sometimes, not so, I don't get it so much in this deck, but it's the general energy of it, right? Can be sort of assessing, right? Like, where have we been? Where are we going, right? Like, what have been the lessons learned from our past sort of experiences? So I am feeling a little bit of that energy as well. Okay. It seems to be like, kind of linked to where it is that you're going or what it is that you're trying to build here, that there are sort of foundational lessons, okay, based in sort of past experiences, past events, okay? You have the Nine of Wands reversed here, and it's just interesting because, again, I just filmed Capricorn, and the outcome card in Capricorn was the Ten of Wands reversed, right? Needing to really par down, prioritize, and I'm getting that here a little bit for you as well, right? But it seems like you've kind of already done that work, right? Especially with this Nine of Wands showing up reversed. And I just feel like a lot of energy of sort of kind of like shedding or purging anything that, kind of like would diminish your light, okay? However that may sort of apply or resonate for you. It feels like, for a lot of you, this could have just been like doing a lot of shadow work, okay? On the other side of the spread, we have the Four of Pentacles. So I do feel like for some of you, again, there's this energy of like sort of like trying to, either already finding or trying to find, a certain level of stability and security in a very holistic kind of sense. So not just as it pertains to work, though, again, for some of you, that may be the more primary focus, not just as it pertains to, your home, your personal relationships, though, again, for some of you, that might be the primary focus here. But I am definitely getting like a dynamic, like an interaction between like two people, two energies, right? So again, for some of you, it could be talking about your partner. For others of you, I feel like this is more so talking about, maybe someone you work with, okay, in a like work related capacity. There may be a dynamic here, right? And in terms of like an older, younger dynamic, like we see on the card, or it could be talking about, you know, maybe someone who has more experience in a certain area, kind of like a mentor mentee kind of thing. But overall, okay, I feel like this is really just talking about, again, your overall sense of groundedness and stability and security, okay, which is really perfect for the, you know, the full moon that we have in Virgo, right? That hermit energy tomorrow. Seven of Swords reverse coming up here. Really interesting, right? That it's coming out just across from that Seven of Pentacles. So again, when I see this Seven of Swords, right? Again, this deck doesn't have the typical depictions as most tarot decks do, for those of you who are familiar with the cards. Oftentimes Seven of Swords can talk about sort of disillusionment, right? Eluding ourselves, or even, you know, someone else who may be sort of nefariously lying to or kind of like misleading us. But what I get more so off of this Seven of Swords, right, is that you're being really guided, illuminated, right, by the light of this full moon, by your intuition, by being really in touch with that intuition, and by being in touch, you're sort of cloaked and protected here, right? These Seven Swords for me, similarly to the Seven of Pentacles over here, represent past experiences, right, that you have learned from. So you no longer need to repeat them. And that's the energy that I feel like that's coming up here, okay? I'm feeling a lot of release, okay, energy for you in terms of, you know, this may be sort of like past thoughts about sort of like your own kind of inherent worth, you know, your own ability to sort of manifest and sort of like create or make things, okay? Not just sort of like in like a one-off sense, but again, in a more holistic, like creating the life that it is that you want. And I feel like there may have even been some sort of like deep-seated, again, shadowy kind of beliefs around that. And those things seem to be falling away, okay? Could also be talking about, you know, possibly, I do feel like there could be like a disconnection from an air sign as well, okay? However that may apply for you. We do have the Star card here, Aquarius energy coming up here. Okay, the Star card can speak to, you know, healing. I feel like it's already healed. Again, it feels like these sort of past kind of issues, these past experiences. Again, for a lot of you, it feels like a lot of shadow work, like that healing has sort of already occurred. Okay, I'm getting your energy off of this card, even though we don't see it. I'm seeing the Temperance energy, right? This really nice interplay and balance between fire and water energy coming off of this card. Your outcome is the King of Wands. So I feel like this is actually kind of like a cautionary message for you, Sag, okay? Because this is your energy, right? But it's coming up reverse. And when we see the King of Wands reverse, it can, you know, sometimes talk about someone who is trying to, you know, like, almost like there's a strong energy of like, you know, being in control or trying to control things. And I just like, it almost feels like there's like a little bit of a, you know, again, it feels like a cautionary thing, but it's almost like not letting your power, okay, go to your head, right? And it's interesting because like his head is so big on this card. All right, let's get your romance angel, Sag. Let's see. What are the messages for my Sagittarius? Yeah, I just saw free yourself. So again, could be some kind of disconnection here for some of you from an air sign, okay? I just saw finances and career. So again, for a lot of you, I feel like that situation has improved or is improving. Some of you may also be planning a trip in the not so distant future as well. Hold on, that card literally flew out of my hand onto the floor. I gotta back up a little. I need a chair with wheels. Okay. So the card you got, Sag, is very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Again, I really like this card for the full moon in Virgo that we have tomorrow. It's a great time for just sort of like clearing out clutter, like literal clutter and energetic clutter as well, right? Opening up that space, that room for what new things that you sort of want to bring in and manifest. Okay, for a lot of you, I do feel like, again, this talks about, you know, having a certain type of connection. Okay, if you're already in that connection, maybe deepening that connection, taking it to a new level. All right, Saggy. So again, if the reading resonates, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so through my website. There are also ways to donate to support this channel and this work. Any and all donations are deeply appreciated. I also have a monthly newsletter that you can subscribe to for free 99. So all those good things. Follow me on social media. I do local events too if you're based in the New York or Brooklyn area. So yeah, thanks again so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next reading. Take care. Bye.